Everyone, and welcome to this week's update. As you know, I love my job. I think I've got the best job in the world, and this week was absolutely no different because I got to have two really quite unique experiences that will stay with me for the rest of my professional career. At the beginning of the week on Tuesday, I took some students with Miss Jabal and with Miss Khalik down to London. Now, this was on the back of what happened last May after the Israeli-Palestine issue, and then we had Holly lynching, and we said that we would take some students down to London. And the students we took were the students who wrote an essay about how they can use their voice to change the world. As you know, that's what we're about as a school, trying to support all of our students to have the strength, the character, and the real sense of confidence in their identity and a belief in themselves that they can make a difference. And it was a real pleasure that we got to take students down to London. And Holly Lynch, our local MP, who was absolutely fantastic, she took us around the Houses of Parliament. We got to see the House of Commons and the House of Lords. We got to meet Jess Phillips, who is a Labour MP who works on domestic violence. Bridget Phillipson, who is the Shadow Education Secretary. And we were the first school children who got to speak with her. And the kids were absolutely phenomenal about that. They talked about their experiences of COVID, what it meant, what they want, their thoughts and ideas about education. And it was quite inspiring. So when we talk about voice, or when I talk about voice, when I talk about our children being really proud and having the confidence to go out there, this is what we mean. They went to London, they went to the Houses of Parliament, spoke to the decision makers and said, no, listen to us. And it was absolutely brilliant. And there are some pictures, as you've seen on the screen now, and it will just stay with me forever, that. And then we went to the aquarium, we went on the London Eye, and then we finally finished it all off with a hot chocolate in Covent Gardens at the end of the day. And we arrived back in Halifax around 10:30 at night. It was it was a long day, but I know the children who we took, one were absolutely exemplary around London, but also I really do think they had a fantastic life-affirming experience. The second thing I got to experience was something slightly different, and that was seeing two students perform in dance at the Square Chapel in Halifax on Thursday. And it was Anisha and it was Amira, and the performance that they put on with Dance United was absolutely quite incredible. And we've had some students over the last few weeks work with Dance United. Anisha and Amira performed, and it was quite breathtaking, the quality of their work. And so both of those experiences really typify everything that we've been trying to do this half term, getting children out of school, getting them to experience all of these different things that they haven't been able to do over the last 2 years because of COVID. And it's just been a real pleasure and an honour to have been part of that in a small way, even if it's been an observer. And I just want to say well done to everyone, and just thank you basically to the students who have been absolutely magnificent. Second thing I want to talk about today, obviously we've all probably seen the press conference and been keeping over the media, and I know that it's somewhat changing and it's a difficult place to be at the moment with everything that's going on. And what to listen to and whether we should follow the rules or not. But I think it's really important that we do what we can to keep each other safe. So we already have quite high routines and quite high protocols in schools with face masks, one-way system, increased ventilation, CO2 monitors, the one-way system. We're already doing everything we can. But over the holidays, please, if you haven't had a chance to get a vaccine, please get a vaccine. We know that the unvaccinated are far more at risk. If your children can get a vaccine, please do think about that. And the more people we can get vaccinated, the safer we will be. When we come back after Christmas, we will be testing children with those consents. So please make sure that we've got consent if you want your children to be tested. We'll be starting on the Wednesday in the first week. It's a full open for every student, so please get them into school. And we'll be doing testing just to make sure we've found any potential positive cases. But please do, over the holidays, think about how we can just make sure that especially the most vulnerable in our families and our community are looked after and kept safe. Now, if there are any changes, I will get out to you and I'll get a message out to you as soon as I can over the holidays. At the moment, all the indications are we'll be back as normal in January, but we know how quickly these things can change. And probably by the time you watch this, things may have changed. So we will do what we can. And as always, we will keep you updated. If you do have any worries, then please do contact the school. You know that we've got a lot of support here. We do everything we can to support well-being, support with any economic situations, any types of learning issues that you've got at home. Please do contact us and we'll do our best to support you through this, as we always have done. Last part of the video is just to say thank you to everyone, all the students, staff, for a fantastic first term. It's not been the easiest. I think it's been one of the most challenging in schools, where things have sort of gone back to normal but not at the same time, trying to make sure that we've got a high quality education with COVID still going around. But the number of trips, experiences, extracurricular that have been put on, I just want to thank everybody for engaging with that, all the children who've got involved, the families who have supported us, the staff who have got involved in setting them up. We've taken children up and down the country, we've taken them all over the place. This week we've got children going on bowling trips and going to Manchester. We've got them going to the theatre and to the pantomime. We have got a huge amount going on, and we have tried to do everything we can to give our children, your children, as many experiences possible. So thank you very much for that and the support. And so long as it's safe, we'll continue to do that after Christmas as well. And so I'd just like to finish on just some of the highlights of the year, just a very quick snippet of highlights from Phase 1 to Phase 5. So that's it from me. Hopefully I won't have to send another update over the holidays. If I do, then we'll make sure that you get it. Please make sure that you have a very relaxing break, that you get to see your families, that it's safe, that you're testing as regularly as possible, and we look forward to seeing everyone in January on the Wednesday for another fantastic term. Thank you very much, everyone, and look after yourselves.